Today, we Googled Tiangong and found some interesting questions raised by netizens. What is the meaning of Tiangong? In Chinese mythology, Tiangong literally means the heavenly palace. The name carries hope that the astronauts can work and live comfortably in the space station. It also conveys the sentiment of the Chinese people and their unremitting efforts to explore the space. In Chinese, the name of the first lab module Wentian represents aspirations to reach to the universe. China's spacecraft Shenzhou means heavenly ship, which can also stand for divine land, a term used in literary works to refer to the nation. In her article on The Conversation, an online news platform, Dr. Molly Silk at the University of Manchester says China's space endeavors are impressive. In her view, China has established a unique space culture of its own. Can you see Tiangong from Earth? Well, you may not notice it. Let's look at some footages while Tiangong orbiting over the country. Why does China want its own space station? A space station is considered space home and space lab for astronauts.
Language prohibiting NASA and the Office of Science and Technology in the White House from participating in bilateral cooperation with China.
In 2011, the US passed the Wolf Amendment and barred China from the ISS. Since then, China has never given up its own research and development to build an independently operated manned space station in low Earth orbit.
国外的长期封锁反倒倒逼了我们的自主创新。那么，比如像元器件、原材料，像这些的话呢，在我们的项目启动之初就提前做了布局。
As the International Space Station will possibly retire after 2024, China's Tiangong is likely to become the only operational space station in the world. What do taconauts do on Tiangong Space Station? During their stay, the crew stayed busy with experiments, management work and exercise, and more. Last winter, for the first time, the crew celebrated Chinese New Year in orbit. Taikonaut Wang Yaping became the country's first woman to have executed a spacewalk.
同学们，你们现在可以拿起你们面前的乒乓球。
The crew also gave 2 live science lectures from the space station. Many netizens left comments below the video of the Tiangong classroom, saying, "Will there be astronauts from other countries entering China's space station?" Several foreign astronauts have already been to China for training. Safely to say there will be foreign astronauts boarding China's space station after its completion of assembly.
我们的团队合作很顺利，很好。
Many European astronauts have started learning Chinese, hoping someday they can also live and work in China's space station.
The Chinese space program is really nice, and we have already 2 or 3 European astronauts speaking Chinese very well. So we are on the good path for a nice cooperation. I believe that one day a European will fly on the Chinese space station or the Chinese moon space station.
How advanced is China in space? This year marks the 30th anniversary of China's manned space program. China will soon complete its 3-step development strategy. The first step is to launch a manned spacecraft. In 2003, China launched Shenzhou 5 spaceship carrying astronaut Yang Liwei, making it the 3rd country in history to put a man in space. The second step is to develop a short-term space laboratory. China made breakthroughs in extravehicular activity, space rendezvous and docking. The third step is to assemble and operate a permanently crewed space station. At present, China has completely mastered key technologies of building a space station. If the Mingtian module is launched successfully, the in-orbit construction of Tiangong Space Station will finally complete, forming a T-shaped 3-module structure. After that, China's space station will be put into full use that will last more than 10 years. Astronauts will stay in the space station for a long time to conduct space experiments and technological tests. Man's dream to explore the vast universe never stops. For China, it's only the start of its quest to the Sea of Stars.